Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin market as usual on Mondays. So Bitcoin, as you can see, has shown stronger reaction on recent events in a row with the stock market actually. So you could see on this S&P, on the European indexes that they also have dropped as Bitcoin keeps significant relation with the stock market right now. As you can see here, we've got some pullback as well. But at the same time, it doesn't break the overall bullish context, long-term bullish context that we have. As we estimated in our fundamental research for August, fundamentals for Bitcoin are still strong. And any pullback here is probably temporal and should be treated as the technical response in some short-term driving factors in the markets. That's what we see, at least currently. We will see what will happen later, but at this moment, despite the sell-off that we've got, it's not time yet to panic and suggest that we could get some drop to the new lows. We're mostly tending to treat this retracement as the temporal pullback. In general, it stands in a row with our long-term view, so recall our long-term picture that we have prepared a few months ago. Our major ABCD pattern stands in place, and we're still watching for a minor COP, but we said that the action to the COP could be different. If you remember, we have two major ways how it could be achieved. First of all, it's direct ABC bottom. OP actions, if you remember, it stands for 1450, and we talked about it on the weekly chart. Conversely, it could be the butterfly, but to form the butterfly, market starts to form right wing, and it suggests here some retracement at the 618 support, or maybe deeper, so it could be different. And that could be the first step in a way to this pattern. So nothing to panic about by far. So that's through the normal price behavior. Also, on the monthly chart, we could keep an eye on the Napoli predictor. So once market will proceed lower, it will come close to the line, and then if a grabber will be formed, that will give you the answer where it's time to buy the Bitcoin. So longer-term chart, longer-term picture stands normal. So this sell-off, well, it doesn't mean yet that we are going to the new lows or something terrible has happened here. It's normal. Meantime, on the weekly chart, with this ABCD pattern, this price action is not normal, and it probably suggests that we start to need to shift our attention from ABCD pattern that we discussed for the 1450 target to the butterfly pattern on the monthly chart. So when the market stands in the last stage of the ABCD pattern, suddenly stopped and turned down, this is not normal behavior, because here market was already above the COP that has been hit here. Upward action here was really not bad. And by the normal price behavior of the bullish market, it should proceed higher and hit the OP target. Because market is not at the overbought here, as you can see, no problem. Not significant resistance, because market still stands inside of this recent swing. And this reversal is not normal for the bullish market. That means that we are probably going lower with the starting forming of the right wing of the big butterfly pattern that we could get potentially here. It means that we suggest the deeper retracement here on Bitcoin market within the few weeks probably. Hash rate also stands high, so no reasons to suggest that there will be some minor capitulation or something of that sort. So from that standpoint, everything goes normal. On the daily chart, keep an eye on what has happened with our head and shoulders. If you remember, then the few weeks we discussed this head and shoulders pattern. And finally, it has been triggered last week, but instead of the just ABCD retracement that we talked initially, and saying that will be somewhere at 1070, 1080 maybe, That is needed to the market to keep daily bullish context. Instead of that, market shows the collapse, direct drop, sell out right to the XOP target, meeting this minor support area. This is 618 support from these lows to this top, and 618 creating the agreement with the XOP target. Major support stands here, and actually here we have the confluence, because if you build the level right from this important support, you could see that this is the confluence support area. I put this 618 level just to show you that this is agreement support with the XOP. What does it mean? The sell-off suggests that market should proceed lower, because this is very strong action. And when the respect will be over on this XOP target, it should drop more. Besides, here, as you can see, market is not at oversold. It has room to drop more. It means that any pullback currently we will treat as a chance to go short. Those of you, of course, who consider taking the short position on the Bitcoin market in the short term on the daily intraday charts. We do not consider here the long positions, because this will be trading on a very short-term scale, and it's too short-term for our updates. But if you're trading on the hourly chart, for example, you could consider taking the long positions as well. So, how far market could show the upward direction? Well, our ultimate level that we could accept is retesting of the neckline of the hand and shoulders pattern. It's somewhere around 11.10, right here around B point. So we could accept it. But in the current circumstances, we suggest that pullback should be smaller. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we have confidence resistance around 1080 area. So by our suggestion, hardly the pullback will be more than the 1070, 1080, somewhere to this level. So, because actually here you have some cluster. This is major level, but if you will plot levels from this level, you could see that it will be 1068, right? So we have the 1068, 1083 area. And also you could plus here another 618 level if you build a few levels from this reaction point. I just would like to keep charts as clear as possible, but that will create the confluence. So it means that our destination point is 1068, 1083 approximately. So this level that market could retest before downward action. So if you are searching chance to go short, you could consider this level. The upward action to this level could be different. On the hourly chart, you could suggest few patterns that could be formed. For example, it could be some flat hand and shoulders patterns with this upward action, and why the ABCD pattern could be formed here to this level. Then it could turn to the downside. Maybe minor reaction will happen with this A, B, C bottom, XOP maybe will be reached, because here you could see some divergences forming. It means that market could just challenge this top before it turns down again. So that's our view on the Bitcoin market. Currently, chances on the deeper retracement on the daily chart have increased, and in the current moment, it is dangerous to consider taking the long position on the daily chart due to the sell-off that we saw. That's why, if you trade on the short-term perspective, you could consider short positions, or in the very short-term charts, maybe you could consider taking the long position on this possible retracement, but we do not consider it because it's, as I said, it's too small time frame for that. And our major direction currently on the daily chart is down.